Hi everybody, this is Ashley Jones, and today I'm going to talk about my block piecer and converting a block to a stitch file that cannot all be stitched in one hooping. So I'm going to go to my block library and I'm going to choose this Goose Chase block, and I'm going to set the size to 6 inches. Whatever size you need it to be finished is fine. And so to piece this block, if you have ever done any piecing before, we would piece this center pink triangle and then add our two corner triangles here, and then we would do that all over again and then stitch these together. So in my block piecer, we cannot sew Y seams like this here, because we can't stitch that in the hoop and then be able to flip the block piece out for stitching. So with this particular block, if you want to do it in your hoop, it's going to stitch in two parts. It's going to stitch this top part and then the bottom part, and it's going to give you the file to stitch them together if you'd like, or you could stitch them together on your sewing machine. So I'm going to select my block and then go to my workflow option. And here I'm going to press auto build. That's going to convert this block to a stitch file. And then I'm going to do sort numbers and answer yes. And now it shows me that to piece this block together, it's going to piece it in this order: 1, 2, 3, and then it's going to piece 4, 5, 6. When I click my preview to see what the stitch file looks like, I can see that this is the stitch file, but because it can't seam this particular piece to this block and continue adding, we have to stitch them separately, and it then gives you a separate stitch file that will seam those two sections together. This is also the case when you're importing artwork and creating your own block. If it has a seam that it can't piece in the hoop, it breaks the block up into segments, still creating both of the stitch files you need, or sometimes even more than two, to create the block. So again, in the output area here, this is the first design it would create, and then this particular stitch file would seam those two parts together. So hope this helps with my block piecer.